Hey guys, Rocky here, back at it again, just looking at the bikes, trying to decide what we're going to do here. Started to do some a little bit of tear down on the old Suzuki, and found something there that I was a little surprised about. Kind of nice though. I like the idea. I'll show you here in a second. Here's the old Suzuki right here. Started to take it apart. Got this ugly old box on it here. I don't know what year they started doing this, but there was a point where they started throwing these boxes on the bikes over the gauges like that, and I really never cared much for it. One of the things I liked about some of the older bikes was when they had the double gauges like that, side by side, round gauges, you know, they look pretty sharp, and sometimes you get them with chrome trim on the outside too, you know, those little chrome pans over them, what do you want to call it, and they look pretty sharp. And then they started, bikes moving forward from there, started throwing these ugly looking square covers and stuff over the gauges. And I'm looking at this one here and I'm thinking to myself, you know, even if I pulled that ugly cover off of there and exposed the gauges, even if they were flat black, you know, or glossy black or whatever, still look a whole lot better. Of course, there's a lot of wiring and stuff there that's got to be moved, changed. I mean, the thing is about that, we got the shift lights. I mean, we got the lights up here that would indicate the gears 1 through 6, and then we have some other lights here showing, you know, you got key on, you know, just different lights, signal light, flash, and stuff like that. The thing is, I can take that out of that box. I don't need to get rid of that stuff. I just relocate it, put it someplace else, you know, or dress it up in a different way, as opposed to the way they have it here. I don't like the way this one's got. It's convenient, but it's like a T-bar here in the middle. It just looks ugly. It doesn't look like a very good design, I guess. But as I was tearing it apart, like I said, I was hoping, you know, that the gauges would be not completely exposed, the interior of them exposed, that they would actually have a cover over them, and they do have a cover over them. I figured if it was flat black, that'd be okay, but kind of got a nice surprise. And I mean, it was a surprise when I took it off. I've never seen this before on a bike like this. They're usually flat black, but these ones are turning out to be colored. They have some orange on them, and that's actually one of my favorite colors, as you can see. But I think I can clean that up and they'll look pretty sharp like that. I think I'll just leave them orange. I'm not going to make any changes to that. I'll clean up the trim around them, the chrome trim. I mean, it's probably not really chrome. It's probably just some kind of cover on there to make it look chrome. I might even potentially do that black, or maybe leave it that way. This goes good when it's black, if you got chrome like that and the rest of it's black. But where you got a color like that, you know, it might be better to offset it with a flat black around the rim or something like that. But I've got the option. Like I said, this guy down here is the shift indicator, shows you gears, or gear indicator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that would look pretty cool someplace else. I mean, I never even noticed it in this bike when this cover was on there before. I never even noticed. I don't even know if it lights up, to be honest. Now I'm going to have to try that and see. But if it would light up, it would be cool to kind of repackage it, relocate it. I think these other lights down here are specific for the, like I said, you know, you got your, you can see that, you got your different colors there. One's an engine light, one's a signal light, and one's high beam light, etc., etc., etc. I mean, that's kind of a good thing to hang on to too, because it's hard to come by that stuff. You can't just go and pick something up somewhere and use it. Let's get the colors already there and everything to match the light cluster that we have down here. So, but I won't put it back there. I'm going to strip this down and getting rid of all this stuff on the gauges. I want just to see just the gauges there, especially now that I see that orange like that. That's pretty cool. Another thing I might do too is I might try to raise them a little bit. You know, when they're a little higher, they stand out and they just look a little cooler than what they do when they're almost flush with the tank like that. So I think I might jack them up a little bit. But yeah, that's just kind of a quick rundown on a little something I noticed there right away in terms of you know, getting at the bike and doing some stuff. Crossed my mind maybe for a little while until I get something done in terms of this other frame down here. You know, come up with paperwork that I can attach to that frame. I might just I was thinking first maybe put this engine in that frame over there, and then it's like, no, I don't think so. You know, I want to try to keep that all Harley, right? But this one, on the other hand, is a little different. I mean, I might potentially try to take that engine over there and put it in this frame, if I can get a transmission and everything that will fit in with it, and try to do some modifications on this to you know, make it look like a cool custom bike of some sort. Now, I did take a frame like this with Christopher, my nephew, on a Suzuki 400, I think it was, and hardtailed the frame. So I mean, that is a potential here as well to hardtail this frame. But I do have the papers for this one, so I could actually get this one registered. So I can do whatever I want. If I wanted to get an engine in and get it running like a Harley engine over there, and maybe hardtail the frame, I could probably turn this into a pretty cool bike. But that's just a thought, not necessarily what I'm going to do. It's just a thought. This one does have everything it needs to make it run. You know, it could be a functional bike without having to spend a whole lot of money on it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking that way. I mean, I could also do something with these bars too. I could probably raise these bars a little bit or make some changes, or maybe even drop them and get a more of a cafe look out of it or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I just thought I'd run that by you guys and let you have a look. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and expose these nice orange gauges here. Once I get everything stripped off and where you can see it good and everything, I'm going to do a quick video and let you guys have a look. Until then, peace out.